Lying between the Ivory Coast and Togo, and bordering on the Gulf of Guinea, is Ghana, a former British colony in Western Africa, which is now best known as being one of the world's largest cocoa producers. Although a relatively stable country for many years, Ghana still faces widespread poverty and health problems, including malnutrition, AIDS, malaria, and many other tropical diseases. The Afram Plains is an area of 3,500 square kilometres, surrounded on three sides by Lake Volta, the world's largest man-made lake. Its population of around 150,000 is scattered among many small villages and settlements, linked only by dirt tracks. The largest town is Donkorkorum, the regional capital. As in most of the rest of Ghana, the main religion is Christianity, followed by various tribal religions. Most people work in agriculture, with the main crops being groundnut, yam, and fruits such as bananas and mangoes. The Reverend Emmanuel Osafo Boateng is the chairman of the Kwahu North Presbytery, which includes the Afram Plains.
Donkorkorum is described as one of the most deprived parts of our presbytery and Ghana in general. In any case, it is agricultural potential. Because of the lake, it is difficult to reach there. Donkorkorum has been created as a district, administrative district, by the government. And so right now we have some of the basic infrastructure facilities there, like a hospital which is managed by the Presbyterian Church, and it's the only hospital in that area for about 85,000 population. It is predominantly a farming community, and we know normally rural incomes are very low, so poverty is really a big challenge in that area. Those who are doing farming too, it's only subsistence farming. In fact, they are not able to cultivate large tracts of land because they don't have the needed capital. Many of the children are taken to farm instead of allowing them to go to school. And especially those who are migrant farmers. They have come purposely to cultivate the land for food crops, and therefore they don't find it easy to allow their children to go to school.
In the year 2000, an orphanage was started in Donkorkorum for the whole of the Afram Plains, using funds raised by a church in South Carolina. Old tribal superstitions, saying that a child whose mother dies during childbirth is cursed, are still widely believed in the most deprived parts of Ghana, and many babies were being abandoned each year, their lives dependent on the kindness of strangers. The orphanage provided protection for these children, food to eat, a place to sleep, and a mother to comfort them. A home for the homeless. However, as the number of children in the orphanage grew, funds became more and more scarce, and the orphanage began to fear that they would not be able to care for the children properly.
We are not able to estimate how many children are coming in at any given time. And therefore, even when you make a budget, sometimes you get more people coming. Then again, because the parents themselves think that the children are accursed, they wouldn't even come and visit. It is difficult even to trace them. And so for some of them, we really don't know how soon they can go back to their families. If the mother dies, it does not mean the father or other relatives are not there. But we are still talking, discussing, helping them to recognize that they should accept them.
Malnourished, and with little stimulation, the children had little hope for the future, and the 3 orphanage mothers were struggling to cope with the increasing workload. Then, in 2006, a visit from Scotland to the orphanage inspired the formation of a group of sponsors to help realise the vision of the Spartanburg Orphanage. Regular contributions have been directed to where they are most needed by a committee of key individuals from Donkorkorum and the local Presbyterian Church. Several fundraising events have also allowed the purchase of a minibus to take the older children to the local school and to run errands. Papa Anaba, who is the hospital chaplain and also the father of the orphanage, was asked how the aid from Scotland has helped.
Oh, tremendously. It was the hospital that was always advancing money for us to do many things. But when the Scottish money came, we were able to meet most of our financial commitments, especially the feeding of the children. We were able to meet electricity bills. Now, we don't go borrowing money from somewhere to feed the children any longer. We can manage it. And we are grateful the committee is managing it judiciously to the funds.
One of the committee's aims is to integrate the children gradually into the community. So they have used the extra funding to start a preschool for both the local and the orphanage children.
When friends from Scotland came and saw the plight of these children, they thought that it's not possible we can get means of transport for them to be carried to that school. And again, what we do about those who are 3-4 years are not yet in the local school. Fortunately, we had some structures that had been abandoned in the neighborhood belonging to the hospital. They used that place for a canteen and it had been abandoned. So these friends from Scotland decided that they would help. So we had discussion and we saw that it was possible we can convert that place to a school. And so when they returned, they mobilized funds and first gave us money to buy a bus for the children. And in fact, we are very pleased to have that facility. So the bus is now in use. The children are carried to the school, those who are 4, 5, 6 years there. And they send money again for us to renovate the place. And now we have shared some other facilities for classroom. Because we now have the kindergarten school, we hope that it can continue. And right now we have about 30 pupils there. People from the community have come in. And that is good because we expect that the orphanage and the school would eventually affect the community. And we hope that we can maintain good standards so that the children can have good foundation for their future education.
Not wanting to always be reliant on aid, The Ghanaians have also started a mango plantation on the land just around the orphanage, with the aim of selling mangoes to fund the orphanage themselves.
We also have plans to establish some income-generating projects to support the orphanage. Well, as it were, we are not sure when support from elsewhere will cease, but if we are able to establish an income-generating project, that will be able to support the orphanage and the school. The proposal has been to have a mango farm, and right now we have planted 120 pieces of the seedlings, mango seedlings, on a 2-acre land just near the orphanage school, the land that belongs to the orphanage. But for future expansion, we are negotiating to get a tract of land in the neighborhood as large as 500 acres with about half a mile. And when we have succeeded, then we have on plan to establish a poultry and livestock, and also build a guest house such that we can hire out the rooms to people. So these are the 3 major projects that we have. The school is there, the mango plantation, then a poultry and livestock, and a guest house.
The vision of those Ghanaians involved in the orphanage has always been to secure a better future for the children and to become self-sustaining. Everything donated has gone straight to the orphanage and has been used where it is needed most. The most satisfying result is the difference in the children. They now have the energy to run, play, dance and laugh, to enjoy life the way children should.
We want to say thank you very much for the love and the concern you have for us here. By your coming, you have helped us to understand your culture and your ideals. Your coming has also been a big challenge to those of us here who think the whole world is just around here.
For message to Scotland, it's quite a lot, but I think we are overwhelmed how the relationship started and how within a short time they have really developed love for the area, for the work that we are doing. A lot of things they have already sent to us show that really their hearts are with us and ours are also with them. We are praying that this partnership would continue and last, so that, to us, show that really, for others who are working, organizing, sending us gifts, sending us money and other things, we are so grateful. We pray that that fraternal relationship will grow from strength to strength, to be for the glory of God and the salvation of mankind in general. Thank you.